Hey guys, it's Marsha Moon here. Hope you guys are doing alright. It's the 1st of December. It's summertime. So you can feel the excitement in the air. Yeah, this is going to be a good summer. I can feel it. So I just quickly want to share a bit about like creativity aspects of being on the road. I just got back from a tour after a long time of not being on the road because of lockdown and COVID and all of that. I know it's been years ago, but it's taken a while to get back on the road again. And I went on my own, and it was absolutely amazing because I think there's just a few things that I want to talk about in terms of touring and being alone and being tired and challenging yourself in that way. I think again, I wanna compare being on the road and being a musician with maybe this time not necessarily an athlete, but maybe someone who's an adventurer, someone that goes and climbs a mountain or they walk for days on end. So there's a lot of challenges that comes up when you're on tour as a musician. For me, it's important to do a tour every now and then completely by myself, because there's nothing as um, exhilarating to actually be completely alone while you're driving and processing, and you're listening to music and you're quiet and you're listening to audiobooks and you kind of you're just processing. And then on top of that, something that seems negative actually had a very positive effect on me. So I mean, driving hundreds of kilometers a day, playing and repeating for a long period of time, you're obviously going to be tired. But on top of that, I don't know, sometimes my system kind of sabotages me, and it ironically enough ironically enough tells me what if you can't sleep. And that's a danger because you're on the road, and it's also a necessity to be traveling, because that's how you make your money and that's how you get from the one spot to the other spot. So something inside of me has been screwing around with me a bit in terms of that, my whole life in a way. And I usually win it, but it's a momentum before I really win it. But what happens is, on top of playing and then on top of traveling, then I also don't sleep. So I found that I found myself in the car being extremely tired, but also extremely awake at the same time, because it's kind of mind over matter. But it's not only just that, it's about how do you actually get to a point where you start dipping into energy pockets that you didn't know really existed, because your system tells you you're too tired, but you have to go further. And I think one of the things that I realized is, when you're not tired and when you're sleeping and you're comfortable and you do your daily comforts in terms of watching movies and being with friends, whatever is blocking you energetically is kind of at the background, on the back burner. But if you're tired, those things pop to the front. And what usually happens is we sleep and then we feel better. But if you don't sleep, that stuff actually comes to the surface and it sits there and it doesn't go away. So I found, specifically with this tour, kind of going into that energetic pocket. Some people call it chakra blockages. Other people will just call it whatever, psychological stuff, or maybe it's just being plain tired. But I've kind of focused on the energetic aspect of it. And once it starts popping out and you're so tired and you feel this, you go into it and you kind of get that energy flowing around it. And being alone in the car, not being around people, so actually being able to cry or scream or sing or listen to some heavy music or whatever you need to do to process and actually loosen up the blocked energy pockets. If it's in this section here, heart all the way down, it kind of just pops open. And then it's almost like you start breathing into that, and then new energy starts releasing into your system. So, well, that's how I felt it. And then it's almost like you move over to the other side of being tired, and now you've got new energy. So yeah, that's just something that I quickly wanted to share with you guys. So if you are ever in a situation where you feel you're too tired to go on, kind of just focus on the uncomfortable feeling wherever you have it. Mine is usually in my throat, my heart section here. And just draw a circle around it. And you kind of just get some momentum around that specific section and help the energy flow and move so that it can open up and release whatever you need to release energetically. And you'll be surprised to see there's some extra vuma there for you. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Just a little piece of my journeys in terms of music and creativity, and hope to see you guys soon again.